Good morning and welcome to another Motivational Monday. Let's get into this one, shall we? You gotta let it rise, because this is what you gotta do on Mondays. I don't know what your week was like, or your weekend, or what happened before, but none of that even matters. It's when we get into the new one. This is what it feels like in my head all the time, because I'm setting the tone and the pace of where we want to go. Because everything that you want in this life, contrary to belief, is possible. You just have to take the action, believe, and keep going despite what happens. Come on. So today is Motivational Monday. It is 11/23/2020. Can you feel it? That's how you're supposed to do it, y'all. You get into it, you say, I'm going to win. I came to do what I came to do. The world is mine. Let me show you. Today's Motivational Monday is all about Atleast Ask Questions. And I can keep going because y'all know how hyped I get. Let me make sure I don't mess up the music. Okay. At least. That's the at least. At least they must. At least. What is the at least you are willing to go with? Because in this life, it's about decisions and choices. And as I hang around women over 45, they have these reflectionary points where they look back and they're like, man, I don't know why I stayed with that fool for 15 years. You stayed with some dummy for 15 years that you knew wasn't going to work? Or you stay with one for 5 or 2, or you stay in a job you hate, or you didn't go to school and get the degree. The time is going to pass anyway, but you have to decide in the at least. I must at least what? So this week I'm like, I must at least walk 3 days this week. At least. That is the at least. When you meet somebody and they're in your life, they must at least have. Because if they do not, when you link up with somebody, they either take you up or bring you down. There is nothing static. And what you got to do to yourself is say, I don't believe in scorecards. You be like, he got to be 6'7". That's the dumbest thing. Like, have you looked around when the average man's height is 5'7"? You better come to terms with it. There's certain things that you have to accept. You can't change that. You can put some heels on them. But the at least, they must at least not like Trump. Because that's a big at least, right? Because there's a lot of people whose marriages are ending right now because they didn't know the at least and they didn't ask questions. See, my family is pretty much intrusive, right? So I'm trying to find the balance, because we will meet you and ask you kind of questions, back you against the wall, like, whoa, buddy, that's a little too much. I just met you. But in asking the questions, the hard questions, you can save yourself a lot of time. Like when you see women, you be like, I got wrapped up with him. I ain't know he was running Ponzi schemes. You ain't ask no questions? No. Why not? If you sleep with somebody, you need 5 qualifying questions. When's the last time you got tested? Do you like me? What do you want? Do you want kids? These 4 questions alone, the 5th one, it's debatable. You can do whatever you want. Could save you a lot of time and a lot of strife. Because we're all out here living in delusionary states. Not me, not anymore. It's at least. I must at least do this for me, and you must at least do that for you. And I can keep going, but I'm watching a lot of people lose a lot of time and then regret the time spent. I don't regret my time spent. I've been having a ball. Every time I look back, I'm like, that was fun. That was fun. I really like meeting you. You were great. Like, this is it. Because when I asked the questions and they didn't at least, I was like, it was really nice meeting you. I will love you forever. And keep going. It's too much life out here, y'all. The world is beautiful. There's so much I didn't know. So many things. Get involved. Taste it. Come on. Come on. Love yourself inside out. I'll see you next week, but I came to win. And you're going to see it too. If I'm calling you today, you're going to be like, dang, Jen. I'm like, that's right. We came to win. Be the reason. Be the reason somebody finds out they at least. You could at least do this.